Morning. This is Nita. There's Miss Panda. Kitty Blaze around here. Chickens around here. It's a morning. It's a good morning. Everybody's busy. It's not going to stay a good morning for long. They're talking pop-up showers. And somewhere between noon and 3, they've not figured out the time. There's Kitty Blaze. Meow. We're supposed to go into severe thunderstorms. Possible hell. Blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm not the weather lady. Meow, it's a meter, Kitty. I know. You coming to tell Mama get to work? But one of the things with today's storm is we're supposed to have anywhere between 30 and 60 mile an hour gusts. Those 10 I have secured with some wire across the top. Those aren't going anywhere. Those are just kind of leaning up against the wood pile, and those have a piece of wood on them. I want to get all of my miscellaneous tins kind of laying down here and actually stick a couple of bricks on them. That way I don't have tin floating off anywhere. It's just, you know, that's what I need to do. And yes, they're playing. Panda has Kitty under the wood. Kitty's like, oh, you can't get me. Kitty, I don't know if you see it. She's, he'll do the, when you're not paying attention, I will reach out and double tap you. Because I can. I'm the cat extraordinaire. Anyway, so that's just job one. You know, is get the tin so it doesn't blow away should we have winds. That is set there all winter. That log has been just fine. But they're not secured at all. And it's get them all together, get them in one place, get a brick on them, and that way they're down and safe until I actually need them. And then long term, when I start building the wood shed, it's going to go here. So these have to move anyway. So just do it now. And then from there, we're going to end up down at the chicken coop, and I'll talk about that when I get down there. Talk to you in a few. All right, at the coop. It's all about water today. Again, we're going to have a heavy storm, which is going to be good long term. Kitty Blaze has figured out how to get up here. And he was doing it before I moved the table here. Now, I moved the table from there to here so I could set stuff down to feed the babies. Which just, it's made it easier on Kitty Blaze, but he'll jump from here up to there, and then he walks up there. He's trying to catch the little sparrows that come in here to eat the chicken food. I know what he's doing. But every time he does that, he walks over my rainwater catchment here, and he knocks the pipe off. Second half of that is, you notice it's capped because Freckles, when she gets a little nervous, she jumps up here on the cap, and she's pooped in it a couple of times. And then the last problem is when it does overflow, when we have a heavy rain, it overflows up here, and then it floods out this entire half of the run. So I'm trying to do all kinds of things. One, I'm going to go ahead and extend the pipe so it comes over to this, at least this bar. Does that make sense? So that way the tank comes over here, and when it overflows, it keeps the upper half of the run dry. When I use the pull parts to extend it, I will we'll be putting, can you see it? Yeah. We'll be putting wire through it on the upper half of the pipe to hold it together so Kitty Blaze cannot make them pop anymore. And then I will wire it to the actual woven wire cloth. So the pipe stays where it's supposed to stay, whether Kitty Blaze is up there or not. Moves the tank down here. And to move the tank, I have to empty it. And when I empty it, I'm going to clean it. And then it'll, again, move down here, and then I will figure out how I need to keep Freckles off of it. Right now, she jumps from the door to the barrel. I think when I move it down here, she's not going to be able to jump. Of course they can fly, but she was not going to want to be as ready to jump on it because it's not here next to the door. You know, we're just going to see how all of that works. All right, I'll show you a picture when I'm done. Cooks. And yeah, the chickens now, well, I'll talk to you later. I don't know if you can hear her, but Freckles is in there and she's a little mad because I've been working. So, water tank's no longer in that corner. It's now down here. Again, it was parts and pieces. It's okay. Each section's got a wire through it to make sure that Kitty Blaze can't jump up here and tear them apart. I need to do this one because this is new and old mixed. can already tell where the old one was done before. And water should drop straight down into the barrel. Now today I have the barrel, I've got it through the handle and then tied back, because if we have 30-mile-an-hour winds, the barrel is empty. I had drained the water out of it to move it, and I also cleaned it. So with the rain we're supposed to have today and tomorrow, it should fill or get halfway full. Does that make sense? It should get some good rainwater in it. I've already filled their bowl, so they're good for today, and I will check it tomorrow, and if I need to fill it with the hose, I will. You know. Again, she's being silly. She's mad that I'm out here moving stuff around. She wants to lay an egg, so she'll come out and she'll eat some grass and some seed, and she complains, and Parthos will come over and tell her, "It's okay, girlfriend, just go lay the egg." He'll calm her down. She'll go in there sooner or later and lay the egg. They just kind of need me to get out of there. I know, you can hear the planes going by. Alright, so what am I going to do next? I'm going to check for eggs, since I'm obviously here, and I'm going to check on the baby chicks. You know, while everybody's mad, let's just keep everybody mad. But I want to make sure they got plenty of food and water, so whenever the rain starts, and it's kind of clear right now, which is awesome, but whenever it starts, it's not an issue. So, hopefully everything works out right, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Yeah, don't have a before picture, sorry, but little things. The adding the shelf there for the 2-inch PVC pipes. Now most of that PVC stuff up there, some of it's house, but most of it is for the rainwater catchment tanks, watering the crops. So, you know, I have extra stuff, store it so I can see what I have, get it out of, you know, plastic bags. The other thing I did is I've got little tools like the tin snip and some very small Phillips and flathead screwdrivers and a file. You know, just little things that don't fit here with the larger stuff that I use all the time, but should be close, so they've got their own little place to hang now. I know that sounds crazy, but it's little stuff. Getting it right, keeping it straight, hanging up the new clamps, you know, little stuff, but it makes it so much easier when I come in here and I'm looking for something. I'm not searching through you know, something that says miscellaneous. So I've gotten rid of most of them that say miscellaneous, so I can go right to it, get it, do what I need to do. All right, and that way my little cup here, it's just pins and markers like it should be. So, on to the next thing. Next thing will actually be outside. The 3 bricks that are miscellaneous that I'm going to swap out with the regular masonry bricks. That's what we're going to do next. Again, it's not raining yet. Trying to do a bunch of little chores, so when it decides to start the storm, it won't matter. I'll just kind of stop where I am. So, you know, there's one. That's one of the odd-shaped bricks, and I'll replace it with the masonry brick and put the masonry bricks over at the Garden 2 stuff, because they go in the second row. So, let me get busy. Talk to you in a minute. Odd bricks are in place. Masonry bricks are ready to go over to middle row, Garden 2. Talk to you in a few. Alright, there's the goal, to put these 3 bricks back along here. I'd already moved the logs that I had placed and the broken brick there, because I had something else come up that I had to have bricks for, and I pulled them out of right there. You know, logs wouldn't work in the other thing. They worked here as temporary. So, let me get busy. Again, that stuff's moved. Let's get these bricks into place. Keep on rolling. Talk to you in a few. I love it when a plan comes together. And I love the fact that I was able to get a bunch of bricks, you know, for a really good price. Because, you know, free reclaimed is getting really hard to find these days. So, there's some 4-inch toppers. Doesn't that look awesome as the side wall? I mean, if I need to step on it to get into the garden, I can. Now these are the bricks I put back, the 4 of them. I want the rain to get in them and help pack the dirt down that's inside. Whew. And then I went ahead and put toppers in the place there. Now again, I live on a slope. And the whole portion of the retaining wall. It's not, 3 foot high. Let's stop everything. It's to give me a flat gardening space. Does that make sense? It's an 8-inch brick with a 4-inch topper. That's 12 inches over here, and then I will have, my bricks there. So it's just 4 inches across the top. And what that does is that gives me a bed that's level. When I water it, it's level. Everything's getting watered. It also prevents erosion that should come down the hill when it rains. You can kind of see it. The hill's here. Now it goes that way, and it goes that way. So if it's a heavy rain, the water runs left to right, kind of to where that fig is over there, and where that fig will be over here. Does that make sense? That helps that keep this hill here. Excess water runs off left to right, but water comes down the hill and it can't erode. It hits the 4-inch bricks on the front side, 12 inches on this side. It's not going to erode the beds. And this is what it's supposed to look like. And again, the logs here, that's hugelkultur. You can look at like this log. It's rotten into nothing. It's supposed to, That's a good thing. It brings bugs and critters, and they poop and help enrich the soil, and just life is great. So that's awesome. Don't have enough, not enough to finish, but because the ones there I want to put across the top row, because that's the row when I get a lot of rain, like I'm supposed to today. That's where erosion would first start. But this is awesome. It just is awesome. Life is awesome. All right, I'm gonna take that broken brick out of here, move that plastic because I don't need it in here, and do something else. Actually, I'm gonna go do lunch and then go check the weather. The clouds, you can see they're getting that bubbly curly top. That usually means they're closer to storm. I still have some sunshine. They are getting higher tops and darker bottoms. So, take a break, have some lunch, and see what the weather says. And if the weather says no, I've still got a couple hours, then I will probably come back and take the top bricks there and do my top row. Because most of it's just sitting the bricks, left, right, left, right, left, right, and it being that they have wider ends and skinnier ends, flipping it, wide end, wide, skinny, wide, skinny, wide, skinny, all the way across the top. So, having said that, I'll talk to you later. I love the way that looks. So according to the weatherman, I got about an hour before it actually hits. So I figured I'd come out and check the babies and make sure their water is completely full and their food dish is completely full. They're all like, "What you doing, Mom?" So, give me a minute. Just figured I'd let you say hi to everybody. Gang's all here. Kitty Blaze is meowing, coming over going, "What are we doing, Mom?" I'm fully clouded. We're waiting. All right, talk to you in a few.